Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is P and today I am back here at the base. So last episode a lot happened. There were a lot of mishaps with me getting the flyers, but I did eventually end up getting 2 pteranodons along with a fertilized egg. And behind me here you can see I have 2 fertilized moss chops eggs which are currently incubating. So in just a moment I'm going to be hatching up those eggs. And besides breeding and taming, I do want to go ahead and try to do some more building around the base, try to start preparing for a bigger kibble farm, and hopefully do some taming. So I was thinking of either Rexes, low-level female Rexes, or Therazinos for my excellent kibble farm, but I'll have to just take a look and see what I can find. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, perfect. So this one's also incubating. It's going to be about 7 minutes or 6 minutes on this one. All right, perfect. So they should hatch around the same time. I'll be back right before they hatch, and I'm going to actually go out and gather a little bit more meat before they hatch, and then I'll be back. All right, so we got one baby, and I'm not sure why this one hatched so much sooner than the other one, but we have this one. I'm going to go ahead and claim it if I can. They're so small. Come here. Come on. Okay, I'm going to have to pick that egg up. Yes, it's a girl. That's perfect. All right, so that's one baby born. All right, so we have less than 2 minutes left for the other two. So this moss chops has about a minute. This pteranodon has about 2 minutes left. So the next one to hatch will be this one, and I'll be right back. Yay! So we have baby moss chops number 2. It is okay. Well, this one's a boy, but that's not bad. I mean, I can still keep it for something. But yeah, we got one girl, one boy. Gonna go ahead and put some meat on him. And then we still have about 30 seconds or so on the pteranodon. But yeah, the moss chops are mostly going to be just for the kibble farm to lay eggs for superior kibble. But with this boy, if I can get a pretty good imprint, I can just use him for harvesting around the base. All right, let's see what we get with the pteranodon. I'm hoping for a girl, but I'll be happy with either one. All right, here it comes. Yay, it's so cute. And we got a boy, and it's level 206. All right, so we have 3 babies. We have 2 boys, 1 girl. And I'm going to have to stick pretty close to base because when they're in the baby stage, they can't eat from the feeding trough yet. So for a while, I'm going to be able to basically just run outside for some quick runs, but I'll have to stay close by until they hit juvenile stage. So I will be checking back in, and I'm going to pull them away from the fire. Turn these off, actually. That would be very tragic. So I think the baby should be okay for a few minutes alone. I stuffed them as full of meat as they could carry. And I noticed, I guess because I left render for so long the other day, taming pteranodons, when I got back, there were a lot more dinos around the base. So I've already had to kill a couple of pegomastixes. And then there were a couple of seagulls that I killed with my pteranodon. But I think this might not be the 168, or it might be. Let's see. Oh, I keep forgetting I have a spyglass now. Let me turn my head back on. So that's a level 6. Oh, pegomastix. No, how did I miss? How am I missing? Yeah, for the newer players, these guys will rob you. Oh no. I need this trike to move so I can kill this thing. Okay. Oh, I hit the turtle. Leave me alone. I wasn't trying to do that. Okay, well, he's only level 6, so he won't be hard to kill. Should just be a couple more shots, and then I have to see what the Pego stole from me. Okay, and that works out because I do need this meat for the babies. Yeah, he stole my medical brews again. They usually take whatever's in your last item slot, so I might have to end up moving those, but I like to have them there. I got some more meat, and I need to find that turtle. Got a Dillo problem too, so gonna take this guy out. Oh, he's running. Why are you running? Yeah, I don't quite understand why sometimes they attack and sometimes they run. I don't know what it is that determines that. Either way, we're getting plenty of meat and hide, so that's good. And I hope it didn't wander off. So that 168 turtle, 180 is max level on this one, so 168 is pretty good. Hopefully I can find her. Alright, well, I'm going to run back, feed some of this meat to the babies, and I'll keep looking for her. Hopefully I can find her. Oh, and before I forget, so when I got back to base, I took the male pteranodon out for a crystal, and when we got back, so I made some salts with the crystal. So it turns out 1 piece of crystal makes 15 pieces of salt. So I ground up 10 pieces of crystal, which was 150 salt. I put it in the leather thing with some hide, and so far I have 30 leather. So it is making leather, which is really good. I think for what I want, which is the muskets. Yeah, I actually have enough leather now for the musket. I don't think I have enough metal though, so I'll have to go on a metal run, but I'm gonna make that at some point this episode. And then also ghillie armor. That's 12 plus 10, 22, 29, 34. 40. So for a full ghillie suit, just the primitive ghillie, you only need 40 pieces of leather. So depending on how fast this turns into leather, I might actually have a full ghillie suit plus plus the musket by the end of the episode. Yeah, just look how adorable these guys are. So precious. Especially the baby moss chops, they're so cute at that age. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and feed them, top them off, and then I'm gonna go back out to look for the turtle. So yeah, I swept the entire area around the base, and I did not see that female 168. So she either wandered off or she got killed. I think there actually is an alpha megalodon in the water over here, so maybe if she wandered in there, she may have gotten killed. But there is another female moss chops that's asking for fresh, raw prime fish meat, and I think I might have that in one of my fish traps. So I'm going to run back to base, see if I have any, and if so, I'll try to tame this extra female moss chops. So I checked my fish traps, and none of them have any prime fish meat right now, but that's okay because I'll just leave that moss chops there, and if she doesn't get killed, then I'll just try again once I have the prime. But I'm gonna get this drop, and I'm thinking about going for that female brontosaurus there. Brontos also produce excellent kibble. I just really don't care to have too many around because they're so big. I prefer smaller creatures. But it still could be nice to at least be getting some excellent eggs so I can make some kibble, because once I get a basilosaurus or when I start taming Rexes, I'll need as much as I can get. So they're not hard to tame, but they do take a while to get down, and they run all over the place. So I'm going to try to start this far from base, and I'll probably have to speed up the footage a little bit. Yeah, the Brontos are not hard to outrun, but they just have so much torpor, it takes a while. She's gonna hit me, I think. Oh, she missed. Oh, she hit me. Yeah, I'd rather knock her out far away from base. I just don't want her going there and damaging everything. Yeah, now that I think about it, I probably should have waited till morning when it was easier to see, but we are already doing this. Ooh, I can't see very well. I know there's a lot of rocks over here that are kind of hard to get through. Okay, so I'll have to look for the bronto. She should be somewhere in this area, but I'll be back once I find her and I'll keep working on getting her tranked. Alright, so it took me a while to find the bronto, and then I had to run home and check on the baby. So the bronto is luckily de-aggroed on me, but I did have 2 pieces of prime fish meat in my fish trap, so I'm going to see if I can find that female moss chops and then keep on trying to trank out the bronto. Oh, that might be it. I think that is it. Yeah. Oh. So most wild herbivores, when you pick up their eggs, they'll aggro on you, but moss chops run away, and parasaurs and dodos don't attack you, but everything else, if you pick up one of their eggs, they'll actually attack you. Moss chops are just weird. They run for everything. Can you stop running? Okay, I don't know how long she's going to run for, but I'm going to wait for her next feeding, and if I can get her, I'll take her back to base and then come back for the bronto. Otherwise, she'll just get in the way of the taming. Where are you going? I wonder if she's going to do that while I have the egg in my inventory. Yeah, I think what I'll do is put the taming tracker on. I'll take the egg back to base and drop it and see if that makes a difference, because she's still running. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that egg off and I'll be back. Okay, so there's been another change of plans. I actually need an oviraptor, and on the way back to base, I found one. So hopefully it's a lower level, because if not, it's gonna need a lot of eggs to tame. So I'm gonna try to get this one down. There's an ichthyornis, but I can get one of my pteranodons and kill it. Yeah, I'll do that first. I'll grab a pteranodon and then kill that ichthyornis and then try to get the oviraptor. Alright, so I went back to base, I dropped off the moss chops egg, and I grabbed narcotics and as many dodo eggs as I could get. So I have tons of dodo eggs, which is what I'm going to use for the oviraptor. I don't see where the ichthyornis went, but the oviraptor's over here, so that's good. Unless that's a different one. But I'm going to check on the moss chops first, because she'll start losing taming if I don't feed her again, so I'm going to see what she's asking for now. So I guess that must have been it, the egg. Oh wait, no, she's still running. Yeah, I'm not sure what may have happened with that moss chops, but I probably won't be able to get her. And her hunger is going down a lot, so yeah, I went out of render. I dropped the egg. I'm not sure what exactly is causing her to still be spooked after all this time, but I'll just let that one go for now. Oh, that's a level 114 oviraptor, though. The bad thing about the oviraptors is, depending on their level, if you get a higher level, they're going to need a lot of eggs, and I think I have at least maybe 200 dodo eggs. I have a few other eggs, but I don't want to waste those on taming. But with oviraptors, if you tame one and put it on wandering in your base, it'll actually give a boost to your female dino, so that it decreases the amount of time between laying eggs. It's not fertilized eggs, so it doesn't let them breed more. It's just the more eggs they lay. And this one wants a rare flower, which I do have, so I will come back for that one. But I think what I'll do is after I trank out the oviraptor, I'll just put one dodo egg and see how much taming effectiveness it does. If it's a really tiny amount and I know it's not going to be enough eggs, I'll just leave it alone for now, but hopefully I have enough. Okay. And with these also, their torpor drains pretty fast, so you don't really have too much time, but their hunger also drains really fast, which is good. So I'm going to put one egg. Oh, and I guess I didn't have as many eggs as I thought I did. So that one egg was... Oh. .4, yeah, that's not going to be enough. Okay, so I will not be able to get this one. That's less than 0.5%, so it would need about 200 eggs, and I can go check back at base, but I don't feel confident that I have that. Oh, it not went up by 2%. Oh, you know, I think it dropped because I didn't have food in the inventory. So if it's 2% each, 50 eggs, yeah, I think we should be okay. I'm going to run back to base and grab some more eggs, so I will need those. Yeah, also with the oviraptors, besides the egg production boost, they can if you whistle attack on a wild egg, so like on Herbivore Island where all the eggs are just laying there, you can actually make your oviraptor go steal the egg and it won't aggro the parents, which is really useful. The only thing is with Primitive Plus, since we don't have cryopods, it's not really that easy to just carry an oviraptor around with you. Alright, and even though he is only on 11%, the oviraptor's food drains so fast that they're usually pretty quick to tame. The main thing is just making sure you have enough eggs and then keeping them unconscious because their torpor drains so fast. Alright, so he's at 21% and it's going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and put some narcotics on this one. And then what I will do is to run back to base, check on that moss chops and see if I can tame it. If I can, that's great. If not, that's okay. But I will be back. Okay, and yeah, this actually was the female that I was trying to tame at first. So I guess after a while she just calmed down and asked for something different. But she only needed that one rare flower, and so now she's tamed. So what I will do is put her on breeding. I'll get another moss chop egg, and I think I'll go ahead and hatch that one also. So after I just tamed that level 18 female moss chops, another female, this one is 24, spawned right by the base, and all she's asking for right now is a mejo berry, so I might be able to get even another female. So this is going really well. Superior Kibble can tame a pretty decent number of different dinosaurs, so not things like Rexes or Spinos, things in the upper class like that, but for most everything that I'll be thinking about taming soon, Superior Kibble will be good. So the fact that we're getting so many moss chops is really good. So I'm going to feed her this mejo berry, and then I don't know what she'll ask for next, but hopefully it'll be something that I have. Okay, she only wanted one. Alright, so I made a mistake with the oviraptor, and it was around 97%, and it ran out of eggs in its inventory, so it literally dropped down to, I think, maybe... Yeah, it's only at 41% and dropping right now, so unfortunately that's going to take a lot longer, and I have to grab some more eggs and run back over there. I think I must have taken more out of its inventory than I meant to. Trying to do too many things at once. But I have about 3 minutes left on the incubation on this one, so I'm gonna go feed the oviraptor and be right back. All right, we got another baby moss chops, and let's see what we got. Oh, it's another boy, and it's only a level 30. I'm going to be very honest, I don't think I'm going to keep this one, but I will give this one a few minutes. It was actually too cold by its mom, so it looks like it still has about 5.5 minutes, so I'll be back once this one is ready to hatch or if the oviraptor is tamed. All right, we finally got the oviraptor, so that was a very long process, and I used up all the eggs I had. I used the stego egg for a regular kibble, but I did end up having to use my other eggs as well, so yeah, that's okay. It's worth it to have it, and I'm gonna head back to base with this one. Definitely all these animals that we are taming and breeding, if you have any name suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments because I probably won't be able to think of a lot of names for all of them. But we're going to head back and see if that other egg is ready to hatch. Well, I wasn't back in time for the birth, but I'm still here to claim the baby. And we got another girl, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and put some meat on her. And the good thing is the other babies are already at juvenile stage now, so they are able to eat from the feeding trough, which is actually in the basement area under the foundation. But they will need a lot less babysitting now. So I'm going to go ahead and I was only able to make one regular kibble, so hopefully once it's imprinting time, they won't ask for anything crazy. But I'll be back in a few minutes once it's time to do the first imprint. All right, so the two moss chops both wanted a cuddle, which is really good because it's not really anything. You just press E to cuddle. And now the pteranodon wants a walk. So far, really easy imprints. They haven't asked for kibble or jerky or anything like that. So far, so good. Oh, okay, so I finally got the imprint, and it was 25% from that one walk, so it's only going to need 4 imprints. And right now it is at 22% maturation, so we should be able to get a full imprint if I have everything it asks for. So that's really good. And I'm going to go ahead and take a little break from the imprinting here. So when I check back in, I might go ahead and go back and try to tame that brontosaurus. All right, so baby pteranodon is ready for his last imprint, and so far everything's gone really well. He's only been asking for either a walk or cuddle, so it's been really easy to get to 75%. So I'm hoping whatever he asks for last will be pretty easy. Now, the moss chops, one of them asked for exceptional kibble, which I don't have, so I think she got stopped at 50%. But the other one, I've been able to get cuddles on this one. And then there was one more. I think I've gotten every imprint on her as well. So far so good, but I'm waiting on this last imprint here. And in the meantime, I've been gathering. I've crafted a lot of crop plots, getting ready to expand the greenhouse and build on a separate greenhouse for all the crops. I was going to go ahead and make the musket, but then I remembered in Primitive Plus there is a different crafting station, which is the advanced workbench. So I'm going to actually make this because it says it costs fewer materials, but it makes everything that the smithy makes. So it'll be really good if we can save a little bit of material. So I'm going to do that and then make the musket and my ghillie armor. So it wants simple kibble, which I don't have, but I can make. So that shouldn't take too long. And I was able to also tame that level 60 female bronto, and then a level 144 female pteranodon landed near base. So I also tamed her, so I got one more fertilized egg from that. And I tamed 2 turtles. Oh, I do have simple kibble. No, it's basic kibble. Never mind. But yeah, I ended up getting another female pteranodon, so at some point I'm going to go ahead and hatch up that egg plus the turtle egg, but I'm not going to worry too much about that for now because I don't want to be tied to base longer. But for simple kibble, you need the small egg, cooked fish meat, carrots, majo berry, I believe, and fiber. So we have all of that. So fiber, egg, majo berry, fish meat, carrots, and then I need to grab some thatch. I always use thatch in the cooking pot because otherwise I always make dye by accident, so should have plenty of thatch, I believe, or not. Do I not have thatch? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think I moved everything out of the smithy to get ready for the advanced workbench, so I'm gonna throw this in here. And then for the turtles, the eggs they lay are used for regular kibble, so that's the third tier. And then I have moss chops eggs. I already have a couple of rare mushrooms, but not really enough. I still need to get sap. I need to get a lot more rare mushrooms, but I'll be able to start doing superior kibble starting next episode, hopefully. Oh, and water. Yeah, I want to say it usually takes about 30 seconds or so for the kibble to cook in the cauldron. But these Primitive Plus cauldrons are really good because the regular cooking pot in Vanilla Ark only has, I think, 12 slots, and this has 50, so you can actually make a decent amount of kibble even before you get the industrial cooker. Alright, so that's one simple kibble, and that should be 100% on this Pteranodon. Yay! Yeah, so that's 100% imprint, thankfully, and if you notice, he's already gotten the boost to his stats, so 427 melee, it's got 218 weight, 345 stamina, 1406 health, so I'm happy with that. And then the other egg that I have for the Pteranodon, since the mom was a much higher level at 144 versus I think the other one was maybe, I think the other one was 108 maybe, no, it was 120. Yeah, I'm assuming the next baby might be a little bit higher level, but this is a really, really good starting place. So yeah, with that, I'm going to go ahead and craft the advanced workbench. I think I should have everything but the leather, so I'm going to grab some of that. And I ran out of salt, but I was able to get 225 leather, which should definitely be enough for the firearms and the ghillie after I make this. So I'm going to take everything out of here. Go ahead and demolish the smithy. I'm going to place down the advanced workbench in the same spot and then kind of compare and see how good everything is. So for the, where is it? Oh, firearms. So for the musket, I need only 18 leather, 15 wood, 71 iron, and 11 cementing paste. So it's pretty good. I think it was 25 leather before, and I don't remember what else, everything else was, but still, whatever you can save in materials is always good. So I'm going to put metal, fiber, leather, cementing paste, wood, and then I have enough left over for the flintlock pistol. So this is not my favorite, but I'm going to go ahead and make one of those as well. Alright, so we got the firearms going, and then I hope I have enough feathers. Yeah, I should have enough. I think I counted for a full ghillie suit. I think you need 280 feathers for a primitive suit. So I'm going to take the rest of this leather, fiber, and feathers. Perfect. And I still have 134 leather left over, so that's plenty to be able to repair my tools. And then there were some other things I wanted to make, like some of the primitive plus weapons, the Viking axe and the, what was the other one, the battle axe, but I'm not going to have enough steel right now, so eventually, probably next episode, I'll be able to get those. And the last thing I wanted to look at was the tree flat platform base and see how much it costs with the advanced workbench. So that's under structures, wood. So that's really good. I think it was, no, it was, I think 200 iron. I can't remember how much fiber, but it was 600 cementing paste, so it only needs 450 in the advanced workbench, so that's really, really good. I might actually be able to make that. Two, three, four. Yeah, I barely have enough. So that's good. So I'm gonna go place this in the redwoods. I might not have enough for the tree tap saps, but I've been making cementing paste just using chitin and rocks the inefficient way. But once I can place this, I can start getting sap, and then all I need is rare mushrooms for the superior kibble. When I looked at dodo decks for a max level Argentavis, I would only need about 5 superior kibble, so that's definitely within reach. Fiber and iron. Fiber and iron. Oh, no more fiber. Okay. So I hope I have that. Yes, I do. Alright, so that's the tree platform, and I really hope my pteranodon, I think it should be good on the weight. For these, I'm going to need a little bit more iron, which I think I have. Oh, right there. Well, I have enough for one. Okay, so I have a little bit more iron that just didn't finish smelting, so I might be able to get 4. I like to have 4. That's the most that you can have per tree, so that's the most sap that you can get. They only hold, I think, up to 20 per tap, so if I can get 4, that'll be great, and then I'll just go place those in the redwoods. Oh, and actually I'm out of cementing paste right now, but yeah, so I'll probably have to go ahead and do some crafting off camera, but I did want to at least get firearms, and I'll have to also get more iron to make the actual bullets. I have gunpowder already, I believe, somewhere. Yeah, I have a little bit of gunpowder to get started, but I'm going to definitely need to make some more metal runs, and once I have an Argentavis, all of this will be no problem, just keeping metal stocked. But right now, with only the Pteranodon, it's kind of a pain. But yeah, next episode, I will be hopefully looking at taming an Argentavis. I also want a Therizinosaurus, so I'll see if I can do that as well. But I feel pretty good about what I've been able to accomplish this episode. So if you have any name suggestions for all these new creatures, and especially the babies, please leave it in the comments. I'll be happy just for any comments or names that I get. So I appreciate everyone who tuned in, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please consider liking and subscribing. And thank you all so much. Everyone take care.